Welcome to Gemara Academy. In this class we will learn Tosfos Dibra Maschel, Shvuos Shtayim Shein Arba. Let's begin. Shvuos Shtayim Shein Arba. Oaths are two that are four. Bereish Shvuos, in the beginning of Masechta Shvuos, Mefarish he explains, Shtayim, two are Eichel v'lo Eichel. I will eat and I won't eat. Dichsiv be'hed yibekra, because it's written clearly in the pasuk, Lohara or lehetiv. That a person says that takes an oath, lahara or lehetiv. Lahara refers to a negative, lehetiv to a positive, and both of them are for the future. Lehara, lehetiv. Tahainu laba, they're both in the future. Shehin dalad, they are four. Achalti v'lo achalti, I did eat and I didn't eat. It's in the past, the asim drasha, which was learned out of a drasha. Now, so Tosfos now explains what it is, and says, this that the Gemara doesn't explain over there, Shet Shehin Dal means there's two are I will eat, I won't eat, that are four I will throw and I won't throw, and it'll all be in regards to the future. And that way the whole Mishnah in Shavuos that says Shavuos Shtayim Shein Arba and Yediyas Atuma Shtayim Shein Arba, both of them will fit with the opinion of Rabbi Yishmael. We would not have to establish that the Mishnah follows two Tanoim. In other words, the Gemara over there explains that Yediyas Atuma Shtayim Shein Arba could only follow Rabbi Yishmael and not Rabbi Akiva. And Shavuos Shtayim Shein Arba, being that it refers to Achalti v'lo achalti, which is in the past, and in such a case Rabbi Yishmael says Pater, so it only fit with Rabbi Akiva. So Yediyas Atuma fits with Rabbi Yishmael, and Shavuos fits with Rabbi Akiva. So Tosfos addresses a question. This that the Gemara did not explain, that Shavuos Shtayim Shein Arba refers to I will eat and I won't eat, and I will throw and I won't throw. And the benefit then would be that the Shavuos would fit with Rabbi Yishmael, because Rabbi Yishmael holds that in those cases a person will have to bring a carbon if he lied, and also the Yediyas Atuma would fit Rabbi Yishmael, and this way the whole Mishnah fits with one Tana, instead of dividing it. Says Tosfos, the reason for that is Mishum Damasnisi bePerek Gimel Tnan Behedya, because the Mishnah in Perek Gimel says clearly, Shein Dalid, that what is Dalid, what are the four cases by Shavuos? Achalti v'lo achalti, I did eat and I didn't eat, and therefore we don't have the option of interpreting it on the future regarding I will throw and I won't throw. Now Tosfos presents a question. V'im Tamer, and if you ask, okay, we see how it also has to be achalti v'lo achalti, but another question. Amay leikatani shtayim shein shmoina. Why doesn't it say Shavuos shtayim shein shmoina, two that are eight? And what are the eight? I will eat, I won't eat. I did eat, I didn't eat. And then for throwing, another four. I will throw, I won't throw. I did throw, and I didn't throw. Why don't we bring 8 cases? 4 of eating, 2 for the future, and 2 for the past, and 4 of throwing, 2 for the future, and 2 for the past. Says Tosfos, Venira, it seems the Lakach Pirush Rashi, that's the reason that Rashi explains Bereish Shavuos, in the beginning of the Masechta Shavuos, She'enei Sheina, that he's only teaching Ella Davar v'Chilufa. He's not teaching anything Ella but, in other words, he's only teaching Davar v'Chilufa, one thing and its opposite. I will eat, I won't eat, and the opposite of that in the past is I ate and I didn't eat. And Rashi is coming to teach us that with that he includes everything. He's counting the future and the opposite in the past. He's not going to go to other categories like throwing. Rabbeinu Yitzchak answers, the loy nakat elo achalti v'lo achalti. The reason why he chose specifically the eating and not the throwing, mishum the polig Rabbi Yishmael, because that's where Rabbi Yishmael argues on. He's not going to talk about cases that everybody agrees on. He wants to bring out what's the chiddush. The chiddush is it's two that are four for the future and for the past. That's the chiddush, because not everybody agrees regarding the past. But if you would speak about throwing in the future, that everybody agrees on, or throwing in general. But I will throw and I won't throw, where Rabbi Yishmael agrees, he didn't concern himself to teach it because it's automatically included. If a person needs to bring a carbon for a false oath regarding eating, he certainly needs to do so regarding throwing. Now Tosfos goes to a different question. V'im Tamer, and if you ask, V'gabe Shabbos, and regarding Shabbos, why does it say there are 2 that are 4 and nothing more? And Mepharshim will explain how this question fits into this Tosfos. Listening Nami, let him also teach Moishit Umavim Rishus HaYachid Rishus HaYachid Derech Rishus HaRabim the Chayiv Kedar Amar L'Kaman. Let him teach the case of where a person passes from one Rishus HaYachid to another Rishus HaYachid by way of Rishus HaRabim, where then he's Chayiv. V'zerg Mishras HaYachid Rishas HaRabim, U'Mishras HaRabim Rishas HaYachid. Also, not just carrying of Eitzah and Achnasa, but also throwing. There's throwing from Rishas HaYachid to Rishas HaRabim, and throwing from Rishas HaRabim to Rishas HaYachid. Taisus answers, V'yishlimer, we can answer, the Leika Tani Ella, that he only teaches Achnasa, the case of Achnasa, besides Eitzah, he only adds Achnasa, the Damya Eitzah, which is exactly similar to Eitzah, Shehum Rishas HaYachid L'Rishas HaRabim. So in other words, Taisus answers that we're only teaching in our Mishnah and in Shavuos. We're only teaching cases that are exactly like Atzah, which is the actual Av Malacha. So what's exactly like Atzah? Achnasa, because one's from Rishas HaYachid to Rishas HaRabim, and the other one is from Rishas HaRabim to Rishas HaYachid. La'fuke Meishit Ma'avir, this comes to exclude the Meishit Ma'avir, the case of passing Shehum Rishas HaYachid to Rishas HaYachid, which is not from Rishas HaYachid to Rishas HaRabim, or Rishas HaRabim to Rishas HaYachid. Rather, it's two Rishas HaYachids involved. Throwing, what about throwing? Says Taisus, throwing is not either similar to carrying out, to Eitzah, because one is done with the person's hand and the other one is by being thrown. However, Eitzah and Achnasa, both of the Rishuyos are the same, and the manner of transferring is also the same. And therefore, he only includes Achnasa since it's exactly similar to Eitzah.